And we're joined now by Carolyn Warhaftig, who is one of the NSCAA's 30 under 30 members, and we're delighted to have you with us, Carolyn. First of all, congratulations on being an NSCAA 30 under 30. What does that mean to you?
Oh gosh, it's an incredible honor. When I actually first filled out the application, I didn't realize that it was as big as it was. Sari Rose, one of the directors of North Carolina Soccer, told me about it, said I should fill out an application, and that was kind of it. And then started hearing more about it, and it didn't click as to how big of an honor it was until I was talking to a friend of mine up in New York State, telling me that she had also applied. So I realized how significant of a program that it was.
Very good. Sari Rose, my broadcast partner as well. Another Jersey girl. You're a Jersey girl.
Absolutely.
Tell us your story, if you can, starting out as a soccer player in Jersey and where you ended up, your path, if you will.
Like everybody else, I think I started playing when I was 4 or 5 years old. Grew up in the New Jersey system, and then went to Colgate University, upstate New York. Absolutely fell in love with it from the beginning. I had some phenomenal youth coaches. I had the same youth coach from the time I started playing, played on a boys team for several years, and then ended up at Colgate with a phenomenal coach in Kathy Braun, who's still up there. And then after college, I found Western Carolina University, of all places, and ended up coming down here a little over 6 or 7 years ago and coached with Tammy DeCesare and Chad Miller out at Western. And as luck would have it, I stumbled upon the Highland Football Club here in Asheville and moved to Asheville about 4 years ago, and absolutely have fallen in love with the city, with the people. And for such a small such a small community, it's a soccer community through and through. And they love their soccer around here. They're incredibly supportive, and it's a great city. I'm very lucky to be where I am.
Yeah, one of the most beautiful cities in the country, dare I
Absolutely.
say, home to the Biltmore as well. So you're
Yep.
living the life up there. I love your story because so many of the 30 are, rising assistant coaches at college programs, but I love what you're doing there, particularly Carolyn, with the Highland Football Club as the director of coaching for Academy and Challenge. You've settled in, and I mean, that is, part of the future as well of the game. Talk about what you love most about your job there as a coach.
Well, the age groups. I mean, the academy program is under 9, under 10. So they're 8 years old when they first come into it. The oldest team in the challenge program is under 14, so they're 13 when we push them on to hopefully bigger and better things. And those age groups, that age range, is just so pivotal in their successes in the game. Obviously, it's where their technical development is made or broken. But more than anything, it's just where their personalities are shaped, where the people that they become, where they're shaped. Are they responsible? Are they leaders? Are they persistent? Just all those things that are so much bigger than the game. And I love being a part of that with this age group.
Well said. As you think about some of the people that inspired you to be a coach, you've already said a couple of them. You mentioned your youth coach. You mentioned Kathy Braun, who I've got great respect for as well. Who are key people that made a difference for you?
Probably a little cliche, but my parents, absolutely, without a doubt. I lost my mom when I was 14 years old to breast cancer, and apparently before she passed, she made a comment to a friend of hers who became one of my surrogate moms, like so many other women out there, and made a comment to her, make sure Carolyn stays with soccer. I played softball, basketball, any other sport my sisters and I could conjure up in the yard, but soccer became my sport. And obviously hearing her say that, or knowing that she had said that to a friend of hers who eventually relayed that to me, meant the world to me, and it was just an inspiration from that moment on.
Well, yeah, well, bless your heart, and I'm sure your mom's playing a key role in you living in God's country up there in Nashville as well.
Absolutely.
It's absolutely wonderful. All right, as you think about this program, there's so many aspects of it: the mentorship, the resources, the convention, and on, the networking with the other members of this 30 under 30 club. What are you most excited about as part of being this great program, 30 under 30?
The mentorship is already exciting. I was paired up with Laura Kerrigan. Probably made the biggest name for herself at NC State, but I mean, that's is not giving her resume enough credit to say that that's her legacy. She's just got an incredible background all over the country in terms of her soccer knowledge and her experience. But the thing I love more than anything is just her, how well-rounded she is. She went to law school. She was a phenomenal student at NC State in addition to, her success on the field. And that just seems to pair with my philosophy so significantly because it's just, like I said before, there's so much more to this game than just the sport and the technical and the tactical side of it. And she seems to be somebody that really gets that. So I'm very lucky to have been paired with her. Picking people's brains is such a necessity in our jobs, and hopefully I'll be able to connect with some of the other members at the convention and beyond it. I've done the same with any coaching course I've ever taken. You take a coaching course and you end up with 30 plus names and email addresses and phone numbers of people whose sessions you can steal and who have video links. Just the minute details that are so helpful when you're trying to build a program or do what's best for a player or a team. Just to have those resources, so you're not in this on your own. You have their support.
So well said. As you being a member under 30 means you're a young woman with a bright future. But as you look in the Carolyn Warhaftig crystal ball 5, 10, 15 years from now, where do you see yourself?
Gosh, can I go with just where I see myself tomorrow?
Sure.
No. This is my first season with the Academy program. I've had the Challenge program for several years, which is 11s through the 14s. The Academy program is a bit younger. I've implemented some sessions, some new ideas with them. So I'm hoping to develop that, continue to develop it. Jason Remine had that program before I did, and he's now our classic director. And he gave me a great basis to work with, and I want to continue to build on what he created in that program. So that's this year and, a couple of years hopefully down the road. Beyond that, I'm still trying to figure it out like everybody else. The college game is always alluring. I volunteer with UNC Asheville. Michelle Demko is a phenomenal coach and a great mentor as well. Being part of that intensity and that level is just something that is so satisfying to me. So, I'm not sure if just the volunteer role is going to satisfy that desire to be part of that level again, or if it's something I want to pursue in the future. But just something about the development in the club side of things. You definitely get that in the college game, but something about seeing a player at 8 years old to when I get a little bit older, seeing them graduate or seeing them go on to college ball. There's something about that development of, again, the athlete, the player, and the person that, just intangible. I just love working with these kids, love being a part of their lives beyond the sport. That would be hard to step away from.
Finally, Carolyn, in the last 30 seconds here, obviously this entire program falls under the National Soccer Coaches Association of America. What has that organization meant to you?
My first convention was a couple of years ago, and I was just absolutely blown away. You've never seen so much Adidas in your life. But beyond that, it's the networking, it's the people. Like I said, Asheville is a tremendous soccer community. But that's what the NSCAA is all about as well. Just a huge organization that is so incredibly welcoming to all of the coaches at all levels. Helpful in getting us where we want to be as coaches and as people. Just providing us with mentors, providing us with just incredible amounts of information. Nothing is hidden in the NSCAA. Everything, all of their resources are accessible to everybody. And that's just a testament to what their mission is and what their goals are with the coaches involved in their organization.
Well said. Fascinating name, Carolyn Warhaftig.
Fascinating. You had to practice that how many times before we?
Yeah, indeed. I love saying it, though. A fascinating person and part of the NSCAA 30 Under 30 program. Congratulations. Enjoy it, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, Dean. Appreciate it.